What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm going to give you my 5 top phones of 2023. Now, your list could be completely different than mine. My list is phones that I used on a regular basis at some point of this year, and I have very strong opinions about these phones. And again, there's a ton of phones out there, so obviously my list isn't going to be the everything list, because some people might use iPhones, some people might use super budget phones, some people might use mid-range phones. It doesn't matter, but these are my 5 best phones of 2023. The first one is the Google Pixel Fold. Now this phone's gonna get a lot of heat. Pixel phones do in general. People are very strong about their opinions. They either are mostly, I feel like in the world, Samsung Galaxy fans or iPhone fans. Now, these phones are gonna be all Android list, and to start it off with the Google Pixel Fold is, I think, kind of exciting, because I was super excited about this phone. When I got it, I felt and liked it better in some ways than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. And then as some other folding phones came out later on in the year, it kind of fell down my list. But I love the Google Pixel Fold. It's a great phone. It's good in that you get really nice cameras, especially for a folding phone. You get nice software, which at the first part of the, having the phone, it wasn't the best. You had software that wasn't fully fleshed out for a folding phone. You had some things on there that were nice, like multitasking, that kind of stuff worked, but you didn't have anything in terms of being able to set the aspect ratio on apps. So a lot of apps didn't look great on that big display. They pushed an update out later that did fix that issue, but a little bit too late for me, honestly, because by that point I had already moved on to a couple of other folding phones. But other than that, I got good battery life, great performance in terms of day-to-day usage. It was super, super smooth. I loved the cameras, like I mentioned. The software was fast and fluid. There was a lot to like about this phone. It just wasn't one of those phones. Had a different form factor on the outside and inside displays than any other folding phone I pretty much used this year. So there was a lot to like about it, and there still is a lot to like about it. Some of the downfalls of it, it's not a AAA gaming phone. You can play AAA games, you just can't play them at their highest graphical performance and frames per second. It gets good battery life, but it's not the best. Doesn't have the brightest display, but it's pretty bright. It's some of that kind of stuff, but ultimately it's a really nice folding phone. The next folding phone that came out after this one this year was the Galaxy Z Fold 5, and I wasn't even looking forward to this phone, to be honest with you. It was a phone that I felt was going to be a lot like the Galaxy Z Fold 4, 3, and 2, and I have to admit it still kind of is, but it changed a little bit and it improved a little bit. The pictures got a little bit better. The brightness of the display got pretty much a lot better in a lot of ways, especially compared to some of its competitors. The performance was a little bit better. The battery life was a little bit better. It just improved a little bit better. It was an evolutionary upgrade. And that to me is fine, because I still love the software and the experience and the quality that Samsung gives you with their Galaxy Z Fold 5 phones. I mean, hell, to this day, it's still my main phone that I use on a regular basis, the Galaxy Z Fold 5. It doesn't have the best cameras. It doesn't even have the best day-to-day performance. It doesn't necessarily always have the best battery life. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But the overall mixture of everything, that's why I like it, and that's why it stays as my main phone. And it's generally good with everything. I mean, one of the things I didn't like about one of the other folding phones was that it was just a little incompatible with my Tesla. I was like, I'd bring in my Tesla and sometimes it would connect to it with the key. It's a digital key through the phone. Sometimes it wouldn't. That annoyed me. So going back to the Z Fold 5, I was like, oh, this is nice. It just works. It's great. So stupid things like that, but overall, very, very great phone. Next up is probably, honestly, spec for spec, feature to feature, it's probably the best folding phone you can get, and it's the OnePlus Open. It didn't really surprise me, because going into it, I remember saying, like, this is probably going to be the best, just raw specs phone to get. It had the perfect outside display ratio. It had the perfect inside display ratio for the most part, in some people's eyes. Software was pretty advanced in terms of, it was more advanced than Pixel Fold, but maybe not as advanced as the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Cameras were good, brightness was good, performance was good, battery life was good. Like, everything's pretty much good about the phone. There was just something that, again, pulled me back to the Galaxy Z Fold 5, and this list really isn't in any specific order of terms of like this is my best phone of the year, this isn't. It's kind of like just talking about the good parts of the best phones that I think for 2023, and the OnePlus Fold or OnePlus Open is just an amazing folding phone. It really is a really great phone in so many ways, and you know, if you're on the fence of getting a folding phone, I'd probably have to say you probably either want to get the OnePlus Open or the Galaxy Z Fold 5, at least in the year of 2023, because I think they're two of the best. This next phone was definitely the biggest improvement of pretty much any phone that was released in 2023. And again, it's almost like, you know, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 improved a lot, but the Pixel 8 Pro improved a lot too. The cameras got better, that being video and photos. The brightness on the display got a lot better. The performance is still amazing on this phone. In gaming, you know, you're not going to see huge jumps in terms of benchmarks or anything there with their Tensor G3, but you still get enough that you can play AAA titles. Again, not at the highest performance that is needed for that, but you can get really close to it. You're going to get updates for, I think it was like 7 years. It's ridiculous what they're giving us with the Pixel 8 Pro. Truly one of the best buys that you can get for your phone. I bought my sister one because I got a crazy deal trading in my Pixel 7 Pro, got her a Pixel 8 Pro with it for Christmas, and it's a great phone. It's improved in basically every aspect of it, and that's why I consider it my most improved phone of 2023. It's a really, really great phone. Takes amazing photos. It's still the phone that I would go to when I'm taking pictures of people, especially people. That's the phone I want to take. I love the Pixel 8 Pro camera. It's truly, truly amazing. And then they do all these feature drops, and they continually add more value into the phone with every quarterly software update. So really, really great stuff from the Pixel folks. And my last phone is probably, honestly, the best of the best with pretty much everything, and that is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. An amazing display, an amazing performance with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's got 12 gigs of RAM. You can get it up to 1 terabyte of storage. You can get amazing trade-in values. It's got great performance. Definitely the best performing phone day-to-day usage and gaming and everything else with this phone versus any other Samsung Galaxy phone. Great pictures and videos. I love this phone. It's got all the software built into it. It's truly like a one-of-a-kind device in terms of, you know, it might not be a huge change year to year, but it is a change at that, and it's a great, great phone. So for this, I would say candy bar phone, probably S23 Ultra, and then the Pixel 8 Pro, and then for folding phones, I'd either go OnePlus Open or the Z Fold 5. Obviously, I have a Z Fold 5. There's a reason I choose it, so maybe you'd want to go that direction, but all these phones on this list are awesome phones, and you really can't go wrong with any of them. I mean, they're not all perfect, but they are mostly perfect in a lot of ways. Let me know your list of top 5 phones of 2023, or at least your best phone of 2023. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace!